Hello and welcome. This is Katie. Thanks so much for stopping by. I am back with another masculine project for Maker Forte. And today I wanted to give another color scheme option. You know, the one thing I always talk about is having, when creating masculine cards, is to have color schemes in mind that are great for masculine cards. You can use just about any stamps, including floral images like I'm showing you here. But the biggest thing is having the color schemes that are more masculine. So the products we're going to use, we've got the Hugs stamp set from Maker Forte and Alex Siberia. We've got the Distressed Plaid stamp set, and then we're also going to use the alphabet tiles. Now I'm going to use this Tone Tan cardstock from, or paper from Strathmore, but you could use a craft cardstock as well. We've got some black cardstock that we're going to use, and I'm going to add just some removable adhesive to the back of this cardstock, and I'm going to ink up my alphabet tile stamp first because I want that to have some time to dry. I'm using some Brilliance Moonlit White pigment ink, and I really like to use this as a white pigment ink. I tried the LDRS. It's okay, but it took quite a few stampings to really get the color saturation I was looking for. So I definitely recommend the Brilliance Moonlight White. Now, set that off to the side. We're going to let it dry. And now we're going to do our plaid stamping. Now, as you see that I offset the plaid stamp from that craft cardstock there. And the reason is I don't want it just to be directly in the center. I want to stamp this again, which we're going to do here in a second. And I did ink up the white. You have to build the white up at least 3-4 times. So don't be shy on the white pigment ink. You're going to have to ink up quite a few times. And that's with any white pigment ink. Okay, so you see that I moved the plaid stamp over, and we're going to have some overlap. And so we're going to have kind of a bolder center from the distressed portion of the stamp, and that's okay because that's where we're going to put our tiles. Now, the panel is still wet. I didn't let this dry. I just kept on going. I'm using Eclipse Black ink and inking that, and I'm using my smusher tool because I just want to give us, I don't want to squish it down and have that halo effect. This is a fine line stamp, so it's important that you don't put a ton of pressure on, you just put enough, and that smusher tool is great for that because it will give a nice crisp impression without you having to put a lot of force on it. Now I inked this up 3 times. Again, that pigment ink was wet, so it was important to ink that up several times with my Eclipse Black ink. Now I used my heat gun and I dried my tiles, my alphabet tiles, and now I cut them into strips and I'm cubing them up. They do remind me of a couple things. Scrabble tiles, which is why I created the layout like I did, and 2, they remind me of like the storybook old, you know, Once Upon a Time, where it's the letter is squared and outlined, and I thought that was really cool. I really like this tile set. So, as most of you know, I don't usually use foam, but I was cleaning my craft room and found these little foam hexagon dots, and so these are perfect for these type of letters instead of trying to cut additional squares because you do have to hand cut those out. So now I'm going to lay out the Love You, and I did make this for my husband. He travels a lot, and I thought this would be great to be able to put in his laptop bag or his suitcase so that he can find it sometime when he's on the road. Now we're going to work on the inside of our card. I don't normally do this in videos, but I really wanted to finish this card off so that it was ready when I wanted to be able to throw that into his bag. So just taking the Eclipse Black ink and some 80-pound cardstock, so it's a lighter weight cardstock. And the card base that I'm using is the Eclipse Black cardstock from Maker Forte. It's a nice black heavyweight cardstock. Use double-sided adhesive to adhere the panels, and now I'm taking the Have a Beautiful Day stamp from the Hugs stamp set from Maker Forte and Alex Siberia. But that is going to finish up the card, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Be sure and check out the description box below and check out our Facebook group for Maker Forte called The Crafter Party and share your creations. We love to see what you guys are making. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next video.